Well, you can't make it to a day like this anymore without everybody knowing what you're going to say. But this is tough. This is hard. I have, so many different things, emotions, that I'm still processing. But the bottom line is this job, the one I'm in, and I would say this for any professional general manager or coach, requires complete engagement, complete effort, 1,000%. And if you can't do it, then you shouldn't do it. And so that's the answer to the question of why. I can't do that to our players. I can't do that to Joe and Peter. Really, I can't do it to myself. And that's a question I've been wrestling with. Appreciate your patience, letting me make that decision, everybody in this room. I've only known how to do things one way my whole life, is kind of all the way. And it doesn't feel right to do something when I can't give it everything. And that's what it takes to do what we've done over the last, for me, 12 years. I have a tremendous amount of respect for everyone within the Warriors, especially Joe and Peter. Joe, you gave me an opportunity to work for this organization. Nobody else did. I was just an agent, a young agent that hadn't done a ton, and got hired by what at the time was, I think, the most expensive purchase of an NBA team. Pretty gutsy call on Joe and Peter's part. I think about those memories of the brand new, trying to figure it out days. Joe was a new owner. I was a new GM. Kirk was there, and people like Raymond and Brandon and Larry Riley teaching me in my first year patience. I kind of were. Durant called me today. He's in Monaco. What he did for us, showing up here, knowing what he would hear about when he made that decision, for him to have that courage. I remember Joe and I were on the phone with him right before he decided, and you could tell he knew what might be coming down his road if he came to us. And for him to do it and to completely deliver on everything that you would want, 2 finals MVPs, 3 in a row championships, taking us to the finals, 3 finals appearances, but 2 championships. What a talent, what a great, if you like basketball, watching him and Steph and these guys play, I mean, that was, I do that for free. Sean, who is he's a fantastic coach. He's an all-time top Hall of Fame coach, but you can go through a whole life and not meet people like that, not make friendships like that. It's super rare. Most GMs and coaches don't like each other. And I can see why. It's pretty set up to fail. Your fault. No, it's your fault. No, you're doing it wrong. You should play these guys. No, you got me the wrong players. It's so set up to fail. But he, winning a championship in 15 with him, when Steve's in the room, it just makes you feel better about the room. He has the way of doing that. You've all been in here with him so many times, and he has a calming presence. He's got, like I said, decency, humanity that is rare, and also is a fantastic coach and has led this organization for, I think, 9 years, and will continue to lead this organization. The players, what can you say? They're the reason. Some people say the GMs shouldn't be, don't get close to the players. You might have to cut them, or you might get emotional, not pay them, or whatever it is. I kind of push back and go, what is the point of any job if you don't like and build relationships with who do you go to work with? What is the point? Some would say to win. Okay, but who are you doing that with? And what happens after that? And so, I mean, Steph Curry is just, you can't even begin to, you can't overstate who he is. When I talk to him, it's so rare of somebody of his caliber to be who he is. And I think, look, people know him for what he does, but how lucky is this organization to have him as its leader? And for me to get to watch him be that guy for my whole time here, what a gift to me, and that's one I could never repay, ever. But it's great that he's staying. It's great that he's here. I mean, Draymond, you know, we've been through a lot too, from watching games with, you know, the game in the finals, when he got suspended, to all the conversations that no one knows about. Klay, I remember with Larry Island, I met with him at Scott's Seafood over in Oakland, and he could barely talk in his rookie kind of get to know you tryout with us. And now look at him, he's very comfortable in his own skin, and 4 championships later. And Iguodala, who took about 3 years to get to know because he doesn't trust anybody. But what a unique leader. He was a huge part of that first championship, and to watch Looney become who he is, just wonderful people that have graced this organization and will be remembered kind of forever. Durant called me today. He's in Monaco. You know, what he did for us, showing up here, knowing what he would hear about when he made that decision. For him to have that courage. I remember Joe and I were on the phone with him right before he decided, and you could tell he knew what might be coming down his road if he came to us. And for him to do it and to completely deliver on everything that you would want, 2 finals MVPs, 3 in a row championships, taking us to the finals, 3 finals appearances, but 2 championships. What a talent, what a great, if you like basketball, watching him and Steph and these guys play, I mean, I'd do that for free. I was like the 10-year-old kid up in the upper Oracle. I was telling the business side I just met with that I get Warriors tickets for my birthday. And it was, months in advance. This is when you actually got the hard tickets. You know, there's no digital tickets. So my brother, my dad, and I would go. And I was born in '75, and that was the last championship. And to feel like I had helped give this fan base, this community, did my part, not perfectly, but as best I could, to get some more of those things. And Joe said it when he got hired. Or not hired, Joe didn't get hired when he bought the team. We were gonna have more of those. And I remember looking at that thinking, how the Warriors aren't very, how are you gonna do that? And boy, did he do it. And it's crazy to see those 4 new ones up there and where the organization has come. But I'm so thankful. I wish, part of me wishes I could have been a fan during it all. You know, I might have enjoyed it more, and I hate saying that, but I might have, sitting up there in the upper deck or wherever I was sitting. But wow, the people that I see on the streets, the people I see in the airports, very kind fan base. And we haven't gotten everything right. I did get yelled at a few times about we didn't sign a big man at the buyout. It's not as easy as everyone thinks. We do like big guys, contrary to popular belief. Joe especially likes size, he will tell you himself. But thank you for your support. Thank you for your passion, understanding that we we're human. We try harder than you can even imagine to give you what you deserve. I wake up at 3 in the morning. I've woken up at 3 in the morning way too many times for a job, but as you all may know, it's more than a job. And that's why I love it. That's why it's hard to leave it. Lastly, before I take questions, I want to thank my wife and my daughters for getting on this train with her so much, and to have an owner like that puts his heart and his will and his money into winning. You cannot ask for anything more, and that's not changing. Got a fantastic coach. You've got arguably one of the best players to ever play and one of the best people to ever play in Steph Curry. So the future's unbelievably bright. I know that some people have said I'm leaving because there's a lot of big decisions. Well, it's been a lot worse than this. There's been a lot harder summers than this when we started and in the past. So I have great confidence in what's to come and have no doubt that much success will still be forthcoming. So